Have you ever heard of a mathematical machine? Basically, it is like any other machine that needs an input and then delivers an output. Let's say for example your electric fan. You plug it into the outlet to receive the input, which is electricity, and you receive a cool breeze of air as its output. Now let us focus on this mathematical machine I have here. If we put 5, we get 50. If we feed 2, we receive 20. And when we try another one, let's say for example 10, we produce 100. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. The mathematical machine simply multiplies the input by 10. As we can see, the mathematical machine creates a relation between the input and output. But what do we call such relation and how do we represent them? In today's video, we are going to define the so-called mathematical machine and how it is represented. Earlier, the mathematical machine shows a relation between an input and output, where each input corresponds to exactly one output. In mathematics, we call this as a function. A function is a relation between a set of inputs and a set of output, where each input corresponds to only one element in the output. And the way to represent function is through equations. For instance, in our example, the function is represented as f of x is equal to 10x. Now, what f of x is equal to 10x means? It means that for any input or number x, the function will produce an output equal to 10 times x. And to gain more understanding, let us look at another example. Let us look at this square, where one side is labeled as s. We know that to determine the area, we simply multiply s by itself. So if s is equals to 4, the area is 16. So let us put it on a table. So if it's 8, we get 64. If it's 6, we get an area of 36. As we can see, the area is a function of its side. And we represent that function as f of x is equal to x squared, wherein for every side x, we get an output of x squared as its area. So in summary, a function is a relation between sets that associates each element of the first set to exactly one element of the other. And in mathematics, this function is represented using equations. Before we end, let me give you something to think about. Functions are represented using equations. But are all relations represented by equations can be called a function? If you want to know more about functions, please refer to our other videos. So what do you think of this video?